For more.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My grievance today is to the Minister, representing the Minister for Education, and it's to do with the Moora Residential College. Moora Residential College, formerly St James College, is located in the town of Moora, 170 kilometres north of Perth on the Midlands Road. The college provides a residential boarding facility for students attending the Central Midlands Senior High School in Moora, which is the only senior high school in the electorate of Moore. Since the early 70s, the facility has provided a low-cost boarding service for students from surrounding areas, and together with the Central Midlands Senior High School, the campus is the only senior high school boarding option between Perth and Geraldton. In that time, many children from the surrounding districts have made use of this important institution, including a member in the other place, my colleague, the Honourable Martin Aldridge. I visited the college on a number of occasions since my election in 2013, including for end-of-year awards and other functions. And during those visits, I've been really impressed by the great behaviour of all of the young people in that college and the dedication of the staff there, right through from the kitchen staff right up to the college manager. There's a great bond with all of those students, a friendly, welcoming and supportive environment, which is a credit to the whole college community. And I know that surveys that are being conducted regularly report that the support and care given in the college consistently shows a very high satisfaction level from families. What's not so impressive is the condition of the college buildings themselves. The kitchens, bathrooms and dormitories are very tired. There's severe cracking in a lot of the walls and some real structural deficiencies that do not meet the standards that would be attractive to many parents to send their children there, and I suspect fall well short of modern building standards and probably are affecting the college's ability to attract new residents. Almost certainly would be. I was very pleased when in August 2016, following a State Cabinet meeting held in Moora, the then Minister for Education, the Honourable Peter Collier, and the former Minister for Regional Development, the member for Warren Blackwood, announced an $8.7 million redevelopment of the Moora Residential College. In making the announcement, the former Education Minister also suggested he'd be open to the eventual redevelopment of Central Midlands Senior High School as a K-12 campus similar to the Merredin College. The $8.7 million was mooted to come from royalties for regions, and indeed the 2016-17 budget listed that money has been available in the forward estimates as part of a wider package under the heading Regional Residential College Upgrades. So here we have a project that's been approved by the Cabinet of Western Australia, announced by the relevant ministers, announced right out the college itself, with the kids all around very excited, and provided for in budget documents. Imagine my surprise and dismay, and that of the communities that I represent, not just Moora, but the communities who are serviced by that school and that college, to see in the current budget that the funding for this project has been cut and that the upgrade has been shelved. And perhaps it's the government's intention that it remain shelved forever. This calamitous state of affairs was confirmed by a question on notice lodged by my Nationals colleague, the Honourable Martin Aldridge, in the other place. And the question was answered on Tuesday, 12th of September 2017. The Honourable Martin Aldridge referred to the upgrades at the residential college and the $8.7 million allocated in the forward estimates, and asked, will the $8.7 million upgrade proceed? The answer from the Minister for Education was no. This was a commitment of the former government with funding provided through royalties for regions. The college currently has 33 students enrolled. This is expected to decrease in 2018 when Yanchep Secondary College opens. The second part of his question was, is the Minister aware of the building condition audit that raises numerous structural and safety concerns about the college? The answer being yes, the department is currently costing work identified in the audit. And thirdly, is the Minister aware of health concerns at the college about regularly occurring cockroach infestations? The answer is, I'm advised that the department has not received any advice from Moora Residential College on the matter of health concerns. The college has a regular vermin control program, and pest control contractors from Perth attend 1 to 2 times per term. So exactly what effect the opening of Yanchep would have on Moora Residential is a bit of a mystery to me. I know there are some students from the Lancelin area who may be affected, but the draw would not be very far into the electorate of Moora. It's 72,000 square kilometres. Yanchep is not in the electorate, so that would have a relatively minor effect, I would imagine. And it's a bit of a mystery to me why pest controllers are actually coming up to Perth when there are local contractors, but there you go, local jobs are not priority there. But all that aside, I understand that some early planning and development has already taken place at the college. This work, I expect, was informed by a thorough analysis of those current building, analysis of the current building and their future needs. I understand, and the Minister has confirmed, that a building condition audit was carried out by Building Management Works, and this would have provided that information. Will the Minister release the building condition audit and any other building condition analysis and table those in this House? Can the Minister reveal how much money is already spent in planning and development for the proposed college upgrade? And can the Minister advise of any costings that have been done to address and rectify the most urgent issues identified in the building condition audit or other analysis? And will the Minister undertake to reconsider this decision to not upgrade the college? In the meantime, can you guarantee the students and families of my electorate that the Moora Residential College will remain open to continue to provide a low-cost boarding option for them? And will you undertake to ensure that the buildings are safe and provide a level of amenity that any of the members in this House would expect for their own children?
Thank you, Member. The Minister for Tourism, representing the Minister for Education.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. I thank the member for Moore for his grievance and for his ongoing support of schools in his electorate. I'm again responding today on behalf of the Minister for Education and Training. I can say that the former Country High School Hostels Authority was abolished in July 2017, and its 9 residential colleges have been incorporated into the Department of Education. Those colleges are located in the regional areas of Albany, Broome, Esperance, Geraldton, Merredin, Narrogin, Northam and Moora, as well as one in City Beach, which provides boarding accommodation for regional students who gain entry into Perth-based gifted and talented programs. Residential colleges mainly provide boarding accommodation for students who do not live within daily travel distance of a regional secondary school. The colleges have a combined capacity for 949 students and a total current enrolment of 593 students. There is therefore available capacity for 356 students. Residential colleges are an important contributor to the provision of quality regional secondary education. The colleges service students from 21 secondary schools, 16 public, 4 Catholic and 1 independent school. Moora Residential College started life as St James Residential College when it was originally established by the Anglican Diocese in Perth in 1974. On August the 4th, 2016, its name was changed to Moora Residential College. And it has currently, I think you indicated, 32 students enrolled? 32%. Oh, okay, they've indicated 32, but thereabouts, with a capacity for 50, meaning the occupancy rate is around 64%. The majority of the students who reside at the college come from the regional towns of Lancelin, Ledge Point and Seabird, as well as the Shire of Dandaragan, which includes Durian Bay, Cervantes, Badgingarra, Cataby, Coolgeraloo, Dandaragan, Hill River, Regensford and Wedge Island. Moora Residential College provides accommodation for secondary students who choose to attend Central Midlands Senior High School. As at September the 1st, 2017, Central Midlands Senior High had an enrolment of 188 students from years 7 to 12. Major upgrades and improvements have been made to Broome, Esperance, Geraldton, Merredin and Narrogin residential colleges. In addition, the accommodation capacity of Broome and Merredin residential colleges was increased. The McGowan government has maintained a $6.4 million commitment for a major upgrade to City Beach Residential College. On the 29th of August 2016, the previous government announced that it had made an allocation from Royalties for Regions, Regional Infrastructure and Headworks Fund to upgrade residential colleges. The final amount of $8.7 million was allocated for a major upgrade to Moora Residential College, including courtyards, student dormitories, toilets and showers, a new kitchen and laundry and general building maintenance. As you've identified, Member, the major upgrade is not budgeted and will not now proceed.
Sorry, mate,
but I am able to confirm and advise the member that the general maintenance program will be delivered. Cost estimates and the scope of works for the maintenance program are under development. And I think that was one of your questions at the end there. specifically what amount had been identified?
If there
for
are costings available, but also what the...
I think they're being developed at the moment.
But also if you would release the building condition order.
I'll address that in a bit. Cost estimates, scope of work for the maintenance program are under development. The major upgrade funding has been reallocated to other regional projects that have higher priority for this government, and that's just reflective of the general approach to the funding or the allocation of royalties for regions funds. The money is going to other regional projects though. It is worth noting also that with the opening of Yanchep Secondary School from 2019, students from Lancelin, Ledge Point and Seabird may decide to access daily school bus services to Yanchep, and so there may be a reduction in the number of students residing at Moora Residential College. I know you indicated you didn't necessarily see that as a factor, but there are daily bus services, so there may be...
But there are daily bus services now to Butler and to other senior high schools, so I don't think that that's going to make any difference. There's kids from Lancelin can access those metropolitan schools now.
I'm advised by the department that they anticipate it may have an impact, so that is something to consider. Nevertheless, the college provides a high level of support and service to its students, and as indicated, the maintenance program will proceed, and the work and the scale of that and the allocation of funds for it are being determined. And I can confirm, the advice I'm provided by the Minister in the other place is that these services will be continued. The other questions you had, I'll pass. Clearly, the Minister will read them on Hansard, and I'll advise her that you asked questions regarding a number of issues beyond the actual upgrade, because that is, the response to that is no. Unfortunately, no, there isn't capacity, and there's priority has been given to other projects in the regions. But beyond that, the other questions I'll ask that the Minister responds. But and this isn't a political point. This is about the budget. Your party has publicly announced that it will not support $800 million of revenue-generating action by this government in the budget. So where do you think the funding is going to come for not only the maintenance of Moora Residential College, but any other projects in state government in the event that you block those budget repair measures? Your party blocking it in the upper house means that we have to find $800 million of additional revenue sources, or we have to make $800 million of additional savings. So where do you think that's going to come from? Well, there's no C-130 going to fly over with someone kicking it out the back door. Yep. And I know that your party has engaged in cultivating a cargo cult mentality in the regions for the last 8 years, and people expect that money magically appears from the sky every time you say the words royalties for regions. But the truth of the matter is it's got to be found from somewhere. And I appreciate that you care about your schools.
You've asked the question.
I appreciate that you care about your schools and you care about your children in your schools. Everyone does, and everyone needs to contribute to budget repair. And by what you're doing, you undermine that process, and you undermine the ability of the Education Minister to meet your request for additional funding for schools in your electorate.